Angel White Wolf, The Dark Enlightened One, Chapter 3. No way! All this sounds great, but we all know enlightenment is something good, so you can only get there by being good.
Oh God. First of all, you are not stupid, so stop talking like if you were. Second, we all know? Ha 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 ha. 99% of humans are dozens of lifetimes away from even imagining what enlightenment is, much less of knowing. And third, you only become enlightened by being good? You know very well that good and evil are only words used to define something that works for you or that doesn't work for you. There is no good and evil per se. The universe is what it is. If a supernova explodes and we have a beautiful spectacle on Earth, that's good. But it will be bad for dozens of civilizations that will disappear in its burning orgasm of gamma rays.
Hey, chill out, okay? Don't get upset.
Upset? No, I'm not upset. I'm furious. All that damned garbage about being good and doing what you should do is what has humanity confused. I'm telling you that right now, there are thousands of people absolutely ready to become fully enlightened, and they simply aren't because they think they're not good enough.
What?
That's right. Thousands of people are ready, among them you. But they've heard so much crap about what someone enlightened should be like that they turn around and look and they say, "But I'm so different from that. This only means I have a long way to go before I can be enlightened." And it is not true.
Me? Ready to be enlightened?
Don't act stupid. It doesn't become you. Yes, you. But you've heard a bunch of crap, most of it well-intentioned, that's told you that enlightenment is only for those who comply with certain requirements. Let me tell you something. The requirements are human inventions.
Okay, I understand that finally. Good and evil are only aspects of the same reality. But how can my selfishness be functional or good? How can I reach enlightenment if my motivation is self-recognition or pleasure? Shouldn't it be disinterested service and love of my fellow men? Shouldn't it be purely the desire to serve God? Shouldn't it...
Okay, enough already.
Okay, I'm exaggerating a little, but shouldn't it?
No. No thing, no person or situation should be anything except what it is. You don't have to be different from what you are, and nobody else has to be either.
Good. Then let rapists rape, because they are like that. Let murderers kill, because they are like that. Let racists commit brutalities, because they are like that. And let megalomaniac nuts commit genocide, because they are like that.
No. Doing something doesn't mean you are that something. All the examples you mentioned are consequences of people who don't have the slightest idea of who they are, and they think they need to do all those imbecilities to be able to be themselves.
Forget it. There are people who simply can't help themselves, and you know it. They are like that.
Yes, but you are not taking something into account. A psychopath can't be different, but assuming he learned to know himself and he decided to become enlightened, that psychopath would understand that his mental condition, absence of guilt, among other things, can be a tremendously useful tool, and he can use it for his good as well as that of others without needing to hurt anyone.
An enlightened psychopath? I'd like to see that.
Maybe it's already happened and we don't know. But yes, imagine someone who had such deep self-knowledge that he had become enlightened, and that he knew he was a psychopath. He could make tremendously difficult decisions without the weight of guilt, which clouds a human being's judgment, getting in the way. A psychopath has a special mental trait, and that is a tool.
A tool? Psychopathy?
That's right. All our personal traits are tools, and like any tool, you can use it for your benefit, to construct, or you can use it as a weapon, to destroy and hurt, and one thing is sure.
What?
Give a hammer or any other tool to a child who doesn't know how to use it, and he'll start to destroy everything, and besides, he'll end up hurting himself. A rapist, a murderer, someone who commits genocide, a terrorist, and other aberrations are, almost always, examples of people who don't know how to use their tools, and they are using them to destroy and to self-destruct. I'll make it very clear. There are no bad people. There are people who don't know how to use their tools. In other words, there are no evil ones, just idiots.
An idiot isn't the same thing as somebody being ignorant. You shouldn't call them that.
Hey, I'll call them whatever I want. And you are right. The fact of not knowing how they can use your personal traits doesn't make them idiots, just ignorant. But I want to call them idiots. I don't like them. I think they're despicable. And it feels good to call them that, and worse than that. So since I like to call them idiots, I do.
But if they hear you, they will never heal. They'll feel offended, and they'll only get worse.
Well, what idiots! Look, it would be very difficult for someone who commits genocide to learn through love and tolerance that he is not using his wonderful spiritual potential in the most productive fashion. So if it pleases me to insult him for killing thousands of innocent people, I'm not losing the chance to redeem him.
But
what? Insulting and judging isn't good? Let me tell you something. It can be. Just like you, I have a strong character and an analytical mind. My tendency is to look for what is wrong and to think how to solve it, and to get angry when I see things could be much simpler and aren't is something that gives me energy to concentrate with. Cursing a little bit serves me as an escape valve. I don't keep it inside, and I rarely spit it in people's face, except if I think they deserve it. And it strengthens my point about how and in what way something can change to improve.
But an enlightened one wouldn't feel that.
Mistake! An enlightened one wouldn't repress himself if he wanted to feel that. You repress yourself because you think you shouldn't feel it to be enlightened, and that's why you don't reach enlightenment.
I repressed myself too, because I thought I should. Now I'm enlightened, and I don't repress myself. I'm simply me, and that's all. But you said that doing something doesn't mean you are something. Cursing shouldn't have to be necessary for you or for me.
I didn't say it was necessary.
More in my favor, then. You are using your tool wrong.
And what tool is that?
Your explosive character, your strong emotions.
I would say my artistic sensitivity.
As you wish. Your artistic sensitivity, or whatever you want to call it. Couldn't you transform those negative emotions into music, or drawings, or...
I do.
Well, then why do you curse?
Emotions are fast. They appear suddenly and they invade your whole being. A curse has a triple benefit for me. A. It frees my emotional pressure. B. It makes me more conscious of my own feelings. And C. It makes me feel good because I know everyone thinks I shouldn't curse. And you don't know how much I enjoy, just like you, breaking rules and showing everyone that they're wrong. Look, everyone! I broke your stupid rules, and even so I got better results than you.
Wow, that's exactly what I do.
I know. Isn't life marvelous? There isn't just one road, but limitless roads. There is no way to get lost. The joy of the rebel who has learned how to use his rebellion without hurting himself is a demonstration that the established roads are not the best ones, and that what is forbidden can be a better choice.
It all makes a lot of sense, but in my head I still keep hearing everything I've heard so many times. I simply can't believe that you can reach enlightenment by being as dark as you are.
Ha 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 ha. Dark? That's an excellent way of describing me. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
I am not. I meant it. I am a dark being. Therefore, it is a true blessing to show myself as someone enlightened. If I, a dark being, can achieve enlightenment, then anybody can.